Hey guys, figured we'd do a little update on last night's video and this morning's video, going through GM techs, GM service managers, a little more clarification on what the exact recalls mean. Each one of the recalls are an individual recall. 000 was a recall for the L87 stop sale. Brand new vehicles at the dealer stop sale. That was an individual recall for that. Then there was a second recall that said vehicles with 0W20 would get moved to 0W40 if there was no code set in the computer, and a new there's a picoscope tool that GM is sending out to the dealers that they are to remove the knock sensors and hook in place of it so they can monitor what's going on with this thing. I don't know, that's what one of the GM techs said. That recall 001 was individual to the dealer itself. The dealer vehicles would get an oil change that would go from 0W20 to 0W40. They would get a new filter, and they would look for codes and stuff in the computer. If codes were present in the computer for cam to crank correlation, they would get a new engine. But that engine is like on galactic back order. It's been on back order forever. So good luck getting one. And then the third notice that was put out ends in 002. That was a notice to the customer and the dealers for specific used vehicles that may be on the dealer lot already with a 6.2, and customers that were customers that own the 6.2 liter from 2024, day 183 of 2024 and previous to 2021. They would have provisions to have their engines replaced. But you could call the dealer, you can figure out, some of them are able to figure out whether or not your VIN is on the list. Some of them know what's going on, some of them don't know what's going on, but there's still no hard course of action from GM. Whenever these dealers try to get a hold of GM to figure out what they're doing, where they're going with it, the engines were already on back order. Now you're going to have even more thousands of back ordered engines. What are we going to do about that? They still don't know. There's still no replacement for those engines. There's still no course of action for those engines. They don't know. They still don't have any notice to the dealer explaining exactly what's going to happen. They only have a guideline laid out admitting that there's a problem, a couple provisions to explain the situation and what is potentially going to happen in the future, which will probably end up getting changed again. And owner notification letters won't be sent out until like June 9th. So you guys are going to have to wait like another month before you even get the notification letters in the mail, or you start seeing them show up. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And that's just the cold hard truth. That's the update on the L87 recall from 2021 to 2024. That is the latest and greatest that's out. Appreciate you. Be blessed. Can you say ooh 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 ooh. You're not doing it today. She's not playful today, but she's looking around, that's for sure. Y'all take care, be blessed. Sorry, I'm out of here. I got sidetracked.